Ollie and I have just had the most horrific experience with B&Q customer service that I actually need to tell you about it, because at first I thought I was being a Karen. And even Ollie turned around and was like, Regan, you are not being a Karen. They were just absolutely shocking. So I need to tell you about it. We are currently racing to our dinner reservation on holiday because I've been on hold and on the phone to them for that long that I've racked up the biggest fucking phone bill. And also I think we're about to miss our reservation. So we are like speed walking. So we all ordered all of our new flooring for the house through B&Q, absolutely no problem. Ordered it the other night, we've got our tradesmen sorted, ready to start. So we ordered it came to just under £1,000, something like that. And we got it all ordered, all sorted, ready for delivery. So obviously Ollie ordered it and he put the billing address, logically, as his house, where his bank card is still registered, and the delivery address as the new house. You're with me? You got that skewed in your brain. So delivery day rolls around today. Mum is at our new house waiting for the delivery. They rang and confirmed this morning where the delivery is going to. Is it going to your new house? Yes. Perfect. So my mum's at the house and she's like, Regan, this delivery hasn't turned up. So then the delivery driver for B&Q rings me and he's like, oh, we're at the house, no one's answered. And I was like, that's really weird because there's people at the house waiting for the delivery. And basically they'd delivered it to the billing address, not the actual delivery address. So in theory, they've delivered it to Ollie's house that he lives in with his parents and not our house, which are two completely different houses. So I said to the delivery driver, I said, oh, I think you've got it mixed up. You've basically delivered it to the billing address, not to where we need to get it delivered. I said, look, the delivery address is just around the corner. It's literally a 2-minute drive. I know it's a little bit out of the way, but would you mind taking it there? Or alternatively, I can have someone at that house in the next 5 minutes to get the delivery off of you and to sign for it. And he was like, nah, sorry, we've got shit to do. Like, obviously this lady said, we've got things to do, we've got a schedule. No, you're going to have to basically refund the order. It'll get cancelled. You'll have to reorder it and reschedule delivery. To which I was like, no. So obviously we weren't getting anywhere with that. So then I had to ring B&Q customer service, to which I can only describe. And again, I thought I was being a Karen and Ollie was like, no, he was rude. With the rudest customer support officer helper ever, who was constantly kissing his teeth, sighing, tutting at us, and then basically said, well, you inputted the details wrong. He was like, you've obviously put the billing address to the delivery address and you've got it mixed up. And I said, well, no, that doesn't logically work. I said, because if we had put the billing address as anything different as Ollie's home address than what his card is registered at, then the transaction wouldn't have gone through. It would have been declined by NatWest. It wouldn't have worked. I was like, also, our confirmation email says we've got the addresses completely right and that you have just delivered it to the wrong address. To which I then said, I really don't appreciate you actually accusing us of that. I said, because we haven't done anything wrong here. I said, obviously there's been a blunder. So I said, right, okay, how do we de-escalate and how do we kind of resolve this situation? I said, because we've got a tradesman booked, we need to have this flooring delivered ASAP. Can we just get it delivered for another day? To which he then hung the phone up on us. Ollie just clarified there on Google, on the NatWest app, it literally says, if your billing address does not match your card, your transaction won't go through. So we know we haven't done anything wrong here. So we then had to ring back and the man that answered the phone obviously politely said to him, I know it's not your fault, you haven't done anything wrong, can I just be put through to a manager? Obviously he's got a complaint to make and we just need to get this resolved ASAP. And when I tell you that this guy was even less helpful than the first, he basically said, yeah, I've spoke to the store, they can't guarantee when your new delivery is going to be, if it's going to be in the next few days or whatever. And I was like, well, that doesn't really work because obviously we've got someone booked to fit it, so what are we going to tell him? So then I said, right, okay, so who do I put complaining with? Obviously I'm not one to complain, I'm not Karen, but this just really isn't good enough. We've spent a lot of money and we just want to get this resolved and we're not being offered a resolution. To which, and this bit actually tickled us a bit. He was like, oh, we actually can't put you through to a manager because managers don't really like to deal with complaints or anything like that. And obviously we get shouted at, we get it in the neck if we transfer you. To which I was like, unfortunately, that is not my problem. I get that. I've had horrible managers. But when a client or a customer asks to speak to the manager, you give them the fucking manager. Do you know what I mean? So then I said, right, okay, like, I want to be put through to someone. And he was like, well, I can see if I can get someone to ring you within the next day or two, next 24 hours, but I can't guarantee that they'll ring you. And I said, well, when's my delivery going to come? And he goes, I can't tell you that, I'm sorry. Is there anything I can actually help you with? And I was like, obviously, no, like, you haven't resolved my situation. So he then hung up the phone. We've been left with no flooring. I don't know when it's getting delivered. And B&Q haven't been helpful at all. We don't really know where our delivery is, where it's going. And like I said, we don't know when it's getting delivered. And it was just the most shocking customer service I've ever seen. Like, ever seen. So if anyone knows how to help with this, greatly appreciate it. And also I've been left with a massive fucking phone bill from EE because I've been on the phone for over an hour and I don't have like a European pass. I'm sweating.